So yeah, welcome back to the channel, you know what I'm saying? I guess if you see the title, if you see the background of the video that's playing right now, it's about GPO, right? So I was like just chilling. I think I was deciding to record a D-Book video, and I was like, damn, I think when I played GPO, I had a positive impact on both the community and the PvP scene. Okay, now obviously I didn't have a huge impact on the PvP scene like Dragon, like other PvP YouTubers on GPO, but I had a decent impact on, I feel like, the mechanics of it. Right now, I don't. I think for example, like the health pack video, right? When I said health pack should be removed in arena, and I guess dazing should be like some moves of dazing should be removed in GPO as well. They did happen either like 2 or 1 day later after the video was posted, or on the same day. Okay, or not even on. No, it was actually low key like 2 or 3 days after. So I'm not saying for you or one of the developers did watch my video and they did because of it, but I'm not saying we should rule out that cause as well. I feel like I have a strong feeling that some of my videos on these mechanics did have a huge influence on them being either changed or removed from GPO, just like health packs were removed from arena. And I believe it was a very positive change that happened in GPO, which prevented a lot of people from abusing the health pack when they're also using, I guess, Tori or any other fruit that heals a lot, right? So now the fights are way shorter than they were back before, which lasted like 10-15 minutes because of how big the health packs were. And basically, it was honestly more. It just gave you an extra life, so it was just way longer. So yeah, I feel like I had a decent impact on GPO. Now this is also, I think, what I'm trying to say is I feel like for me to return to GPO, there needs to be some changes to PvP. I feel like PvE, there's not. We complain about PvE so much in this game, but be honest, how would you change PvE? Because I ain't gonna lie, every single fucking game I see has the same thing that GPO has on PvP. I mean PvE. It's just the bosses. You kill the bosses, you gain XP, you redo it. You can't really change PvE, especially on a game like this that's already been developed out. It already has the concept of how PvE is. One thing you can change though is PvP. And when the majority of the, I wouldn't say the majority, but I say at least half of the game is PvP. You can definitely change that. You can definitely change PvP with combat system, or you can definitely change how some of the fruits or the next fruits are gonna be, right? So I think PvP is something that GPO can change and can revive moving forward. Now, what do I mean by this? So right now, I think we can all agree that PvP is a terrible, and it's in a terrible state. There's no skill ceiling at all in GPO right now. I feel like it's just spam moves, and then you win the game on whoever does the most damage in their spamming moves combo. Okay, there's no really brain power. Your brain doesn't work when you're playing this game. It's just like pressing buttons, like block roots and all. I feel like this game is it's damn near right next to block roots. Back then in update 2 and update 3, we would say we would laugh at someone for calling this fucking game close to block roots, because that's how good the PvP was, that's how good the combat was. But now we usually agree when someone says GPO it's just like block roots. We like, yeah, you're right? So that's how far we have fallen, that this game is being compared to block roots PvP wise. That's how bad GPO combat is right now. Now, this is what we definitely can change, right? Now, 3 things I would say that would fix GPO instantly is the removal of 2 mechanics. Now, I've got hate for one of these mechanics a lot, but the other one I feel like a lot of people agree on. The first one is the evasive mechanic. Yes, I know how some of y'all depend on this mechanic like it's like your calling. You have to depend on this fucking mechanic or you guys lose the game. Now, I see why some people complaining about this right now is because how brain dead the combat is. Like, if you don't have an escape button when combos just do all your health and there's like you can't get out of it, I see why people complain about it. But you also gotta understand, it ruins M1 fights. Now, probably right now it's not really, people don't really M1 that much. Maybe they do, but it's not to the point where it's like consistent M1s. It's just mostly just fruit spam or just like fighting style spam, right, with fisherman and mink. So I think when people do try to M1, a lot of people try to evasive out of it, and that just ruins the whole fight, and that just ruins how paced the game is. So I feel like if they remove evasive, but also lower all the scaling on damage on fruits, this is a big thing. I feel like they should lower the damage on certain fruits by a lot. Also for sword. Now, so we've had a sword. Sword has been so fine-tuned to the point where I don't even know like what they're doing with sword. Sword has, I don't get it. I don't get their objective with like sword damage, because there's no reason for people to have 100 M1 damage, or no, I'm being unrealistic. 60 M1 damage while also having a tanky build. That doesn't make sense. That's how unbalanced this fucking game is. There should be a cap on sword. Okay, there should be a cap on sword until a lot of people have way more health. When people get more health, increase that sword damage a bit more. Okay, I don't think it's realistic. I don't think it's realistic to have so much high M1 damage when people have no health. Okay, people have 2k health, 60 M1. That's like you're losing a hell of health per M1 fight. Another mechanic I think should be removed is the dazing mechanic. This, I think, was the nail in the coffin for PvP combat, because dazing was the worst mechanic they could have added. Worst mechanic. It was legit the worst mechanic they could have added. Because here's the thing. The dazing mechanic literally allows shit players to be good at the combat. It allows people to they don't have to improve at the game. The game does it for them. That's how bad this mechanic is. So when we take a Elo Hammer, for example, when Elo Hammer slams them on the ground, before you, if you were good at the movement and maybe you were good at timing your M1s, you could combo extend with that, right? Now the game does it for you, which removes that skill ceiling. I've talked about this in previous videos, and they did remove the basic combat days, which is fine, but a lot of fruits and a lot of weapons need this dazing mechanic removed, especially the counters. I don't get why counters are so OP in this game. For a Yoru counter, for example, it does damage and it dazes, so it gives you a combo extender and it does like 200 damage. Why does it do that? Either A, it should provide a combo extender, or B, it should just be a counter that does damage. It should never be both. That is the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. That's the worst decision making. Whoever was behind like trying to implement that, I don't get what the thought process was there. Why give a counter that does damage, a lot of damage in fact, and it dazes them so you can do more high damaging combos with it, and people won't have their evasive because they have to dodge the other fucking 5 dazes that people have on their fucking kit. Dazing is actually I feel like, no, evasive's not even the problem. Dazing low-key ruined this game. It fucking ruined this game. I don't know who thought dazing was a good shit to it was something good to add in this game. Dead ass, dazing is low-key the worst mechanic I've ever seen in any Roblox combat game in my fucking life. That low-key just pissed me off, because I don't get why you would include a mechanic that just ruins combat and makes it easier for new players to play the game. They don't have to learn the game like everyone else did. That doesn't make sense. Why would you not increase the skill ceiling so people can try to get better at the game? Why is Deep Book getting better at this? And Deep Book is balancing is shit. It's terrible. A lot of people say that its balancing is terrible. How is GPO worse? How do we go from a game that's so good at combat, one of the, if not the best combat games on the platform, to like the worst combat game in history? That doesn't, I just don't get it, bro. I just don't get it. Devs, for you, if you're watching this, please give me a 5 to 10 minute interview with you for a video, please. I just want to discuss with you guys the reasoning behind the combat, the reasoning behind the game's future, overall the whole premises or the whole like vision of GPO. I just want to have discussion, because I genuinely don't get what's happening behind the scenes that's causing all these bad decisions to occur. Of course, we haven't seen Whole Kick update yet, so I don't know what's gonna happen to PvP. but I think it's gonna be the same thing. I'm afraid. Like, I want this game to thrive, even if Release comes out, right? I want this game to thrive because this game is, guys. I don't think this game is so fucking good. When it was at its peak, it was so good. It was fun. It was so fun. It was so fun to like try to find combos that you could do and try it in arena. Now, like, it's so boring. Like, the combat is so fucking. I played one match and it's just like fruit spam. It's just people do 90 M1. It's just so boring. Like, it just doesn't make sense. They're so like, I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching. This was like just a rant. I just don't know, like, why. I just don't know why I even thought of this video, but I had to, like, literally had to get this off my fucking chest because it was low key like eating my mind up. For you, devs, please, someone send this to the devs. Someone spam this in GPO chat. I don't care how many people spam it. I just want a 5 to 10 minute interview with one of the developers. One of the developers, I know it's probably like an interview with For You is probably unlikely, but one of the devs would be fucking great. One of the devs would be fucking great. I don't care who the dev is. I just want some insight. That's all I want. Thank you for watching, and take care and peace.